Hey y'all, welcome back to the crazy. It's Leslie with Phat Cat Flossing, and I am back for FlossTube number, I think this is 132, 131, 132, somewhere like that. You'll know more than me, it'll be in the title. But anyway, today is Friday, April 8th, and I'm welcoming you back to a visit to the Wild Kingdom. As you can hear, Risky has a visitor. Swampy is again visiting him because she was not knocked up last time. And she's telling him she's not in love. And hopefully they'll accomplish something this time. So I apologize for the growling in the background, but it is what it is. Hopefully they'll behave themselves pretty well. I hope you guys are all doing good, and I sure do appreciate you coming back to join me, whether you're a returning viewer or this is your first time to stumble across my craziness. This is my podcast, mostly about cross stitch, but I have the occasional other crafty thing thrown in, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. And as you can see, I am surrounded by a big mess, which is about par for the course for me, frankly. Yeah, I apologize again for the growling. She's just going to keep doing it. I'm sorry. So, it's the life of a cat breeder. I'm really tired. If I seem foggier than usual, I apologize. Our electricity went off at 12 o'clock this morning and came back on about 7:30. So, it was not a restful night. Because most of our light bulbs are Alexa, the smart light bulbs that you can turn on and off with your voice, and they were on, they were off, they were on, they were off as they were trying to fix it. And anyway, it wasn't a restful night. I'm a little dumber than usual. So take that for what it's worth. All the kitties are doing good. Cutie's little babies arrived last Friday. I had April Fool's babies, which is always fun. 3 of them, 2 little boys and 1 little girl. My streak is intact. More boys than girls. Is what it is. I am aware that my illusion of control is only an illusion. Yesterday was a sad day. I lost a kitty. My sweet Penny went to heaven, and I'm not going to talk any more about that because I will cry like a baby. So, I had a new start to console myself. But I'll show y'all that here in just a minute. Steve's doing good. Overall, things are great. The spring keeps trying to happen. The trees are budding out. My wisteria is starting to bloom. But today it's 50 degrees and gray and cloudy, and spring took a hike. So we'll see. What else? We've been junking a couple times. I'll show you some of my goodies from that. And other than that, let me show you what I've been doing. I have a couple of FFO'S. The first one of these, this is Spring from OxLeony Designs on Etsy, and I will link her below, and I think it turned out really cute. I think this is Vintage Country Mocha. I've slept since then. It'll be on my Instagram if you really want to know. Phat Cat at Phat Cat Flossing, spelled with PHs. On Instagram, and I will have on there what it was stitched on, but I'm pretty sure that's 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. I just backed it with a quilting cotton from my stash. It's got some Lady Dot pom-pom trim on the side, and I'm happy with it. I think it's a cute little rabbit. I'm going to add it to my stack of Easter decorations. And speaking of Easter decorations, pull out. This is not cross stitch for a minute, so bear with me. I downloaded Fabric Rabbits and Fabric Carrots from Deb's Days Designs on Etsy. And I made some bunnies and some carrots to go with my... Sorry, y'all, I have to clear this bottle a little bit here. To go with my other Easter things. This was the first one I made. And I did a tutorial on these the other day. This was the size of the bunny pattern that came with the bunny instructions. I just put it on the printer and made it larger because I wanted some bunnies that were a little bit bigger. So I have a pink bunny. This is done from that queen size chenille bedspread I bought a few weeks ago. And I think I have 7 pieces of this that are all a fat quarter-ish sized. I'm going to load those on Instagram for sale. If I have time, I'll do it today. If not, it'll be in the next couple of days. So if you're interested in some of the pink chenille, I will have some of that for sale. But I think he came out really, really cute. In fact, I thought he was so cute that I made a yellow fabric one and a turquoise fabric one. And then, I don't remember if I told y'all this the last time we visited or not, but I found another chenille bedspread. This one had a little bit different pattern on it. And it was all white. So I dyed it, and I'll show you what I dyed. But I made a purple bunny. So I've got lots of bunnies. And then I showed you the fabric carrots pattern that I downloaded. And this was my first carrot. Just a quilting cotton top and stuffed with polyfill. And the bunnies are all stuffed with polyfill also. But I got Carrot-tastic. And again, this is the size of the carrot that comes in the pattern. I stuck it on my printer and enlarged it, and also made a couple of bigger carrots, which have cat hair on them. Go figure. This is, again, some of the white chenille that I dyed. This one was supposed to be a little bit more of a carroty color. It came out kind of a faded orange. I need a little more practice with the dyeing. And I did several different things with the tops. This was actually the trim that was along the edge of that bedspread. And I was going to throw it away. And then I thought, that almost looks carrot toppy, you know, because carrots have the fronds on the top. So anyway, I sewed that on. This is the top that comes with the instructions. And then this was some trim I picked up at Hobby Lobby that I also dyed. The synthetic, it didn't take the dye particularly well, but hey, it's a carrot. So I also have carrots to go with my bunnies. Okay, now I can get those out of the way, so that's good. So back to the FFO'S. This is a Stella Cuore from Crocette Gogo, and I stitched this probably around June or July, I think. I'm sorry, y'all. Pardon me. Anyway, I think it's really cute. I will also link her Etsy shop if I can find that link. This is, again, a quilting cotton from my stash, and I thought it just went pretty well. This is, it's a larger chenille type trim. I don't think this one was a lady dot. I don't really remember for sure, but I don't think it was a lady dot. If I can find the seller, again, I will also link that. But I thought that came out really cute. So that'll go with my patriotic things this summer. And then my last FFO, I finished this, probably at least 2 years ago or more. This is Honeybee, can't talk today. Honeybee Hill from Blackbird Designs. And I did personalize it quite a bit, both in the way I stitched and the colors. I started out with all of the call for colors. I did not like this top B-skep. Sorry for the glare from my windows here. It looks like the sun has come out a little bit. So when I did the second B-skep, I changed it so there was more contrast in the colors. And I also changed what it said up at the top. Whatever it says on the pattern didn't speak to me. So mine says, be kind, be fabulous, be yourself. And I've got this framed. I thought the frame fit it real well. I am not entirely positive that I'm not going to paint this dark. So let me know what you think. If you think it would look better with a dark frame. I can't make up my mind. And, you know, once I paint it, it's painted. So anyway, let me know if you think that one would look better if I painted the frame dark. But anyway, it's all done, ready to hang. And this Blackbird Designs pattern is going to be a giveaway here in just a little bit when we get to that part of the program. So let me also get this out of the way somewhere where it won't fall and break the glass. Not that I've ever done that. Okay, so those were all my FFO'S. I did have one additional finish, and this was a SAF, a start and finish. This is Easter Baby's Berry from Erica Michaels. And this is stitched. This is a mystery linen from my stash. It's, I believe, a 36 count. I don't know what it is. It could be a Misty Purcell, her Harvest Moon, or whatever that's called, because it's about that color and consistency, but I just really don't remember for sure. But there's my finish of that, and I am going to try to make it into a strawberry. I used none of the call for. Well, that's not true. I think the chick may be the call for, but I think the rest, I just picked stuff from my stash. Those are my flosses, and yeah, most of these are Victorian motto. I think the Queen Bee was called for. The Classic Colorworks Queen Bee, I believe, was called for. I think the rest are all just from stash, because I got lots of stash. So that took me, I think, 3 evenings to stitch, I think. Oh, so sorry, y'all. That whole electricity on and off last night kicked my butt. Okay, what's next? I have so many stacks of stuff. It's ridiculous. Okay, this is a whip. Spring is in the Air from Brittercup Designs. And I started this several weeks ago, right back, I think, before my last FlossTube. And I think at that time, I maybe just had a couple of tulips and maybe the start of the word spring. So I just need to add Mama Robin over here and in the air. And I may get that done this weekend. We'll see. I always say I'm going to finish it this weekend, and then something happens and I never get it done. But I am so sorry. Anyway, I am hoping to get this done. This is a 32 count Murano. I think it's probably a Hobby Lobby linen, although I couldn't tell you that for sure. The color is Spa, and these are the sulky threads, whatever they're called. Sulky Petites, I think. I don't have a big collection of sulky. I have a little bit, and I did order several more colors to be able to finish this. And I'm very happy with my coverage on this 32 count with the sulky. I like the sulky. I've only stitched one other project with sulky, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And I like this better this time around than I did on, I think it was on the 28 count maybe. And I do like it better on the 32 than I did on the 28. So hopefully that one will be a finish maybe next time we visit. I told you last time that Elizabeth Weston was talking to me. Elizabeth Weston is a beautiful, beautiful pattern from Phat's Hands Across the Sea Samplers. She just speaks to me because of the colors, because I love pink. And I pulled Elizabeth out, and I did get some fair progress on her. And I am stitching her on 36 count, Picture This Plus Bramble with a called for Alverosois. She's down here somewhere at the bottom of this bag. And Elizabeth is a big, big girl. And what I have done is I came all across the top and filled in whatever little pieces, parts on the border across the top that I did not have done. Some of these little tiny hoopty-doos, whatever you want to call them there. I added a couple flowers down the side here. And then I started across on this band that runs across. And I got that flower on it, which is not showing up for you very well. And then I started the bird. So my goal is next time I get back to Elizabeth, I want to get that bird done. But I mean, I am all the way around with the border. But she's huge, and I'm going to be a lot older than I am now before I get her done, I think. I do really enjoy stitching on her, but I think because she's so big, I'm intimidated, and I don't feel like I make big progress, and that kind of frustrates me, and then, you know, it's a vicious cycle. But I do love her a lot. Put all of this back in this bag here. My goal for this year with Elizabeth is I would like to make it, I would like to work my way down that right-hand side of the border and across that band in the middle. And then anything else I get done on top of that is gravy. I'm trying to do the, you know, eat an elephant one bite at a time thing with her. She is an elephant. She's a pretty elephant, but she's an elephant, excuse me. Okay, threw my list on the floor. Okay, what's next? I've also been working on this one for a couple of years. This is Spring Fling from Brenda Gervais, the big old rabbit. And I think it's been 2 years that I've been working on this. I could be wrong. Could be 3. I think it's been 2. But I did make some pretty decent progress this past month. Let me tell you, y'all, there are a lot of stitches in that rabbit. But just like eating this elephant, I have made some pretty good progress with him. And he is starting to look like a rabbit. I also got a couple more leaves and maybe another flower or 2 filled in. So progress. It's always a little bit of progress. And I am stitching him. This is not the called for. The called for is more of a pink. And this is what I had in my stash, this kind of lavender pink, pinkish lavender color. I know that it is a Picture This Plus linen. I don't remember the color. If you need to know, let me know and I'll look. I wanted a little more contrast so the bunny would pop, because I do only stitch 1 thread over 2, and I thought the B5200 would pop more, and on the darker color it would pop a little bit more than on the white. Very few of the call for colors, almost all Victorian Motto flosses for him. And I think this is a 32 count. He is typically my travel project because, you know, he's just a huge amount. I've got everything, if not everything, then 95% of everything outlined. So he really is just a tremendous amount of fill. So he makes a good travel project for that reason. And y'all pardon me, all I get is sip of water. Okay. What's next? Sorry, I lost my place on my list here. Okay. Then I worked on another, I have lots of 10-year projects, y'all. Lots and lots and lots of them. This is Serenity Harbor from By the Bay. And this was my Christmas present this past year. It was originally a Sal from, I believe, 2016, but I could easily be off on that. And so it was released in, I think, 12 parts. And I downloaded them all from Donna Bayless's By the Bay, her Etsy site. You can find it there. And here is my progress. And I got, what I did this time was I got a little bit more water fill in, because there is a lot of it. And I added this tree right here, which it's hard to believe, but that took me 3 nights to do that tree. So I'm happy with it, but again, it is going to be a long-term project. And I apologize, y'all. I did not make time to iron today. So anyway, I am making progress. Which is a good thing because I'm going to have to live to be 342 to finish all my whips. And this is 36 count Heather from Fiber on a Whim. And I am stitching it with all of the Call for DMC flosses. And it's a really pretty piece. I really enjoy stitching on that. And it's good TV watching stitching. I've been watching The Expanse, which I think isn't on Amazon Prime. I like space opera kind of things, so I like science fiction. And I've been watching that while I've been stitching. And this one I can pay a little bit more attention and stitch. Okay. And then I had 2 new starts. I guess we'll go with this one first, because this was the first one. I am as disgusted and sorrowful and angry about the war in Ukraine as anyone. I am just appalled at the suffering there. And I wanted to do my little bitty part to support this Ukrainian designer. Her name is, or she goes by Stitchy Princess Black, and she both has an Etsy shop and she is on Instagram. And I downloaded Miss Sunshine because I think she's really, really cute. And I started this about, well, now that the cat has shut up, but now the dogs are snoring. I'm so sorry. I started this about 3-ish weeks ago, I think, give or take. And that's where I am. I've got most of the girl's face and torso. I just picked colors from my stash. Whatever, I did change some. I used some of the Call for, and then I changed some to suit me a little bit better. But I think she is super, super cute. Love her face. This is 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. And she is being stitched pretty much all in DMC. And I like her very much. I think she is a pretty little girl. So I will be getting back to that. I want to make just a little bit of progress consistently on her. I do love sunflowers. We always plant sunflowers in our flower beds. I really enjoy those. And the little princess with the sunflowers, I thought she was great. And I would recommend y'all, if you can download anything from this lady and support her, I think that's terrific. I'm burying my computer back there. And then my last cross stitch to show you, I started this a couple days ago. This is Garden Fair from Annie B's Folk Art. I think it is super cute. And I am stitching this. This is one when around the beginning of the year, I showed you all a bunch of stuff that I had kitted up. And I kitted this up. This is 36 count Picture This Plus Murmur, which has a very pale terracotta apricot-y cast to it. I started this, I think I've stitched on it for 3 nights. I think. Pretty sure. It's all run together. And it's on 36 count, Picture This Plus Murmur. And then I had a couple of the Call for. I think I had the Weeping Willow, Cider Mill Brown, Sarsaparilla, and Harvest Basket. And then the others I substituted from, you know, from my stash or the DMC or whatever. I did change the color of the rose. It called for wood rose, and my wood rose is very brown, and I wanted the flower to be a little more pink, so I did change that color. But that's my progress for 3 nights, and not too shabby. So that's all my cross stitch to show you. Although I do have some other goodies that I want to share. Poor computer, he's just getting buried back there. I mentioned that I had bought that chenille, and I did a little, hey, Fudge, stop. It's the laziest dog God ever made, and he snores and groans and moans with every breath he takes. It's ridiculous. Anyway, and I just saw my husband drive up. He gets off work at 3 o'clock. So the dogs are likely to start barking up a fit, and I just apologize in advance if they throw a fit. But I decided I wanted to experiment. I found that white chenille bedspread, and I decided I wanted to experiment with some dyeing. So I cut the bedspread up, and I have some blue, and this is the orangey color that I made the carrots out of, and the lavender purple I made the bunny out of. I haven't done anything with the blue yet. And then this is more of that trim that I cut off the edge, which was very, very raggedy ass. But again, hey, for carrot tops, or maybe I'll use it. I can see it working, like if I do some wool applique, like this maybe being some grass. So we'll see with that. So anyway, that was my first foray into dyeing. So many stacks, so little place to put them. And then when I was in, I think I've told you that I love hand-dyed trim, but hand-dyed trim can run into money. And my budget doesn't always stretch to that. And a couple weeks ago, when I was in Hobby Lobby, I found this. This is from Yarn Bee, and this is Fur the Love, and I would make a great crochet blanket. I may try to do one of those, but it's a furry. Now, having brought it home and held it up against a pillow, I think it may be a little bit too furry, a little bit too big, but you know, it was on sale for 50% off, and was worth a try. And I got a couple more RIT dyes that were the kind of dye intended for synthetics, because I believe this is 100% polyester. Let's see. Yes, 100% polyester. So I got the dye intended for synthetics, and I tried to do a little dyeing. And sorry, I've got the door locked, honey. And I dipped some of it, let it soak in the RIT dye for synthetics. And I came out with a very, very pale yellow, a pale pink, a little bit of corally pink. This was actually a brown, and it came out kind of it's almost got a lavender underlying purple tone to it. And then a very, 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 very pale green. When I was at Hobby Lobby, I also found this. This is where they have like their upholstery trims and that kind of thing. Also synthetic. I thought it would make a great carrot top, is why I got this, because it looks like carrot fronds. And I tried dyeing this, and this took the dye even more poorly. This is just a super pale ice blue. If I hold it up against the white, you can tell that there is a difference, but not a lot of difference. And I also, this is the carrot fronds that I made. So I've been playing in the dye, making a big mess, staining my kitchen counter, all those kind of things. So that was one of the things I've been doing. One of the other things I've done is we've gone junking several times. So my husband collects NASCAR die casts. Little bitty cars, 1/64th scale, and a little bit bigger cars, which are 1/24th scale. And those sell from anywhere from $60 to $150 new, and we don't have that kind of money. Not to mention, at 48 years old, he's a little too young or too old to be collecting those kind of toys. But at flea markets, antique malls, those kind of places, you can get them for a song sometimes. So while he looks at that, I went and looked at some other stuff. And don't laugh. A fur vest. Now, I don't need a fur vest, but I also thought I could cut this up and make something out of it, out of that faux fur. So we'll see how that goes. But for $4, you know, that's a fair amount of fabric in there. I can make some stuff out of that. And I thought for $4, it was worth trying. It's kind of a dark teal, teal color. So I don't think it would dye. It's going to, whatever I make is going to have to be that color, because I think it's too dark to dye. But anyway, that was one of the things I got. And then I got a couple of the fabric spools. The place I got this from is in Greenbrier, which is a town just north of Conway, Arkansas, where they have a huge, I mean, one of the biggest antique malls I've ever been in. And the booth that has these has a metric crap ton of them. I think this one was, I think $8, and I think this one was $12, but they have crap tons of them. So if you are looking for these, if you will message me privately and let me know, I will try to find the contact information for the antique mall, and you could source some there if you're looking for them. And I'm going to try to do one of the finishes where you wind it around here. And then my Silks of the Month from Silks For You came. And they're a beautiful gray gradient, which I love. I don't have a whole lot, you know, I like pretty bright colors. And I don't have a lot of stash of kind of more neutrals. And I thought these were just lovely. All the way from charcoal to dove. Just really pretty grays. I don't know if Jo has any opening in her Silk of the Month club. They are a great deal. They're $21 shipped from Australia for 5, I think they're 10 meter skeins. Yep, 5 10 meter skeins for $21 is a deal you cannot beat with a stick. And then here's the last of my haul. It was market, y'all. And I got some stuff. This is Hop To It from Annie B's Folk Art. I love me some bunny rabbits. And I think I will stitch that just like the model. I love it on that aqua fabric with the pink trim. Love it. I thought this was beautiful. This was a market exclusive from Teresa Kogut, but I believe it's been released to all LNSs now. It's Love Is the Key. It reminds me a lot of the sampler, the wedding sampler I stitched for my husband and I 3 years ago, I think. It's a Barbara Anna that I can't remember the name of anymore, but it's hanging over there on the wall. But anyway, it reminded me a lot of it. And so if I ever get this one done, I think it will be a nice compliment to that. This is Rejoice Evermore from Brenda Gervais. And I think it is simply a beautiful, beautiful sampler. I love it a lot. This is my favorite release from market this year. This is The Day from Plum Street. And there's a sale going on for this right now. And as soon as I get my poop scraped together in one neat little pile and get this kitted up, you know me, I hate kitting. But I do have stuff I can kit it up from, and I'm probably going to start this as soon as I get it kitted because I love it. I love the saying, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice." It's one of my very favorite favorite sayings. So, and then I showed y'all a few weeks ago the needle book that I had done, which I was less than pleased, and I did not use that as my giveaway. I just, or my gift exchange. I couldn't do it. I just didn't think it was good enough to use for that. But I want to do another needle book and see if I can do a better job. And this is the one that I just need to do. This is Lady Catherine Kitty. Hello and goodbye. Now, you know me. I have a sick and twisted sense of humor. There's going to have to be a little pink cat butthole on there. There's just going to have to be. It's going to have to happen. But I'm also planning to start this fairly soon. I have started kitting this one up. I have pulled from Stash. This is a, who knows what it is. Pretty sure it's a 32 count. Maybe it's a 30. It's a 36 count even weave, I think, in a kind of a bone color. I don't know what it is specifically. It was just something that had been in my stash for 20 years. And I've got my pattern printed out, and Lady Catherine Kitty is going to have to happen soon. Haven't got my flosses pulled, but I have a plan. Okay. Let's get to giveaways. In all of my other busyness, I did not get the chance to make the Google form to sign up on it. So we're going to one more time do the giveaways by you putting the word here instead of, well, I mean, we'll still do the word thing, but you're going to have to send me your address instead of just it being on the Google form. So we have some giveaways from last week, or last month, actually. First one of it, this is I Forget the Rest from Lindy Stitches. And I ask you to use the word owls for this one. And the winner for this one is Susan Alston. So Susan, I have commented on your comment from the last video. Please email me, lesliedhurley@gmail.com, and let me know your mailing address, and I'll get that sent out to you. This is Blossom Buddies from somebody. I don't know. Anyway, I ask you to say the word birds. And the winner for this one, I didn't write it down. Crap. Okay, I know I replied to your comment. So if you were interested in this one, look back at the last video to see. And if you don't reply this time, I will do that one again for sure. Okay. Here I Am from Sam Sarah. And the winner for this one is Karen Holler. So Karen, email me and I'll get that sent out to you. This is Goldie and Her Three Friends from Mosey and Me. And I ask you to use the word Goldie, and the winner for this one is Beverly Lax. So again, Beverly, I've commented on your comment. Get with me and let me know, and I will get that sent to you. And then lastly, this is a stamped cross stitch, and I ask you to use the word stamped. And the winner for this one is Allison Pittman. So Allison, please email me and let me know where to send that. And I forgot to show this earlier, y'all. I participated in Farm Girls Spring Exchange. And this is the box of goodies I got from my exchange partner. And this is the beautiful, beautiful bag that she made for me. Stitched in Belle Soie silks and just expertly finished. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece, and I am so thrilled with it. It came from Rachel Ferrara, who is Aggie, I think it's Aggie Girl. Aggie Rachel, maybe. She's on Instagram. I'll put her down in the drop down. But Rachel, I love this. I think it is gorgeous, and I absolutely could not be happier with it. And she also included so many other cute little things. A thread keep, a little needle book, some DMC, a very cute little, oh, backwards there, Leslie, cute little St. Patty's Day giveaway, and then the pattern to do Brenda Gervais' Oh Lucky Day, and that was the floss for the Oh Lucky Day that she sent. So Rachel, thank you again. I am just could not be more thrilled with my package from you. Thank you again. I love it. Okay, and I love it. So now we have giveaways for today. Comment below. Be 18. Be a subscriber. Don't use giveaway, freebie, gift, anything like that. But comment below and with the word I give you, and we will do some more giveaways. I showed this in my last FlossTube and asked if y'all could spot my mistake, and a lot of people did. And my mistake was that I transposed the N and the M. You know what? It's just personalized. I'm leaving it. I'm fine with it. I think it's cute. So I asked y'all to use the word mistake, and I did the random comment picker for that one. And the winner for the pattern for the little brick house from La Di Da is Dawn Eck. Eek. I think it's probably Eck. E-C-K. So Dawn, please email me at lesliedhurley@gmail.com. Oh, no. Wait, we're not at that point. Please comment below with using the word house, H-O-U-S-E. And when I know. I'm so confused, y'all. Just obviously didn't get enough sleep last night. This one is Dawn's, pure and simple. She won it from the last giveaway. So Dawn, email me and send me your address, and I'll get that sent to you. And then I have a couple more giveaways. We were talking about the sulky earlier, and this was my first foray into using sulky threads. And this is the Call for Sulky pack that you could buy for this. This is 123 Stitcher Street from, I believe, I think it's a Sam Sarah. Yeah, it is. And I have now used the Sulky Petites, so I no longer have the Sulky Petites to give to you, but I am going to give away the pattern. So if you're interested in 123 Stitcher Street, use the word street, S-T-R-E-E-T. I meant to make this a flat fold, but I had a brain fart and I didn't do the hem in when I did these. So it's just a flat, period. I used Fauna Pfeiffer's directions to finish that. Okay. I also FFO'd Honeybee Hill from Blackbird Designs. If you would like to win this one, have a chance to win this one, use the word Honeybee, H-O-N-E-Y-B-E-E, all one word. This is Sweet Nothings, A Star is Born from JBW Designs. And let's use the word nothing, N-O-T-H-I-N-G. Yeah. If you want to win that one. This is, I'm going to hold this back here because there's not really a picture of it. It's called Kitten Mates Pot Holder, but you could stitch this. I think it was a free pattern that came when you bought the pot holder. It came with a free pattern to go with it. So if you want to stitch the strawberries and the butterfly, use the word berry, B-E-R-R-Y. And then we are fast approaching Patriotic season. And this is Patriotic Rose from Threadworks Primitives. And if you would like to stitch this, use the word eagle, E-A-G-L-E. And then lastly, this is some of that trim that I dyed. Blah, blah, blah. If you're interested, I think it's around 3 yards. Yep, right at 3 yards of this faux fur trim. If you are interested in that, then use the word fuzzy, F-U-Z-Z-Y. If you want some fuzzy trim, use the word fuzzy, and I will send you this 3 yards of faux fur, chenille, whatever you want to call it, trim. That's all I have today, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to visit with me. I sure do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be back in less than a month. We'll see how the crazy goes. I really appreciate you coming to visit and share with me. I love interacting with you in the comments and on Instagram and everything. And I hope to visit with y'all again soon. Y'all take care. God bless. Bye-bye.